Yo, what is going on, guys? I am back, Texas Track Dad. I'm back in the building today. We got a hot show for you today. We're going to talk to my main man, head coach of HurdleNomics. We're going to bring him in. He's going to do his introduction for those of you that don't know who he is. We'll get him in here as well. Before I get started on this, we're going to talk about his hurdle clinic he has coming up as well. But I want to get a shout out to my guys. You know, my guys over there at TrackBarn. If you're looking for any apparel, equipment, anything, holla at my guys over there at TrackBarn as well. And shout out to our sponsor, TTFCA. We got a winter clinic coming up. Make sure you get registered. It's going to be very informational. You can always learn, always try to make yourself better. All right, so let's bring them in right here. Coach, what's going on, Coach? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, hey, like I say, you're welcome on the show anytime, man. How life been treating you?
Man, it's good, bro. Blessed. Just trying to get the group going and get these kids ready for indoors and hopefully have a good year. We had a good year last year, so now eyes on us. So yeah, we got to keep it rolling.
You got to come back bigger and better this year.
Always.
Yeah. But like we was talking earlier, man. Man, you doing some great things, man, on that IG, man. I see you on there, man.
Man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, just keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. You also we're gonna talk a little bit about your hurdle clinic, and hot topic for me right now is official visits. Is that time of year also. But you got this hurdle clinic coming up. Let me pop up this flyer right here.
Sometimes in life, you got to go hard for what you want. If you want to be successful.
So this clinic, so how many clinics have you put on? Is this like your third, fourth, or?
So this would be my fourth clinic. I try to always.
It look like he froze up a bit. All right, can you hear me, Coach?
Yep, I hear you.
All right, so how many clinics have you had lately? This is like your third, fourth, or?
So this will be my fourth clinic. I try to alternate between a athletes only clinic and a coaches only clinic. Mm-hmm. So this will be the fourth one. This clinic is actually going to be a hybrid of both. So I have 20 slots for athletes, any athlete from 14 and older to come, and we're going to go through hurdle drills, rhythm patterns, also going to attack the first hurdle, just teaching them their block setup, stride pattern, the hurdle one, and how to really attack and roll off of that first hurdle. But in addition to those 20 slots, I'm also going to have 5 slots for coaches who want to literally just come and shadow me for the whole clinic. Okay. So they'll have the opportunity to ask questions, take down notes, get different setups and spacings that I do, and really just kind of see firsthand how I think about these things when I set up. They'll also have the opportunity to see how I troubleshoot different problems that you don't expect to happen, right?
Mm-hmm. Is that like you say troubleshoot? You talking as far as athletes not like they hitting hurdles going down?
Yeah,
or?
just being able to make small adjustments, right? So if it comes to where I have a group and I have somebody that's literally they may not be catching on to the drill at that time, seeing how I scale it back to meet them where they are, but they can still be able to get the full benefit of the drill. A lot of times, if we're not able to scale the workout or make small, quick adjustments at that time, the athlete never truly learns because you're not meeting them where they are.
Okay, so I know it's kind of different pace. I don't know a lot about hurdles and hurdlers, but I know you have the 400-meter hurdle runner is not the same as the 100-meter hurdle. Is that About right, is it a different pace they're going at around there, or you?
Yeah, it's all different. You have some hurdlers who are what we call dual hurdlers or combo hurdlers. I try to train all my hurdlers to be able to do both hurdles, and then when they go to college, they either do both or their college chooses to put them at whichever one they're the best at. But for recruiting purposes, it's good to be balanced in both of them. Now the training is completely different, right? So if I have a short hurdler, a girl that's running 100-meter hurdles, or a guy that's running the 110 hurdles, their training is like 100-meter, 200 runner, right? My 400 hurdler, their trainer is more so like a 400 runner that can run a really good 200 too. So the training is different. Of course, for the long hurdles, 300, 400 hurdles, you have to, what I believe, you have to be able to switch legs. You want to be able to be good with both lead legs. So the training is different, but as far as drills, hurdling is hurdling.
Okay. Yeah. So do you also talk to them about the mental aspect of hurdling as well? Because they might fall. They might hit a hurdle, have a bad fall. Do you coach them up on how to regroup and let them know, hey, it ain't over. You still need to get up. If you're not injured, you still need to get up. Do you kind of cover that as well?
Always. I try to make sure that I connect with my kids on not just an athletic level, but just on life, period. So that when they do come out to the track, they're comfortable to talk to me about their day. They're comfortable to talk to me about things that they may have going on, because those things are going to affect how they perform on the track. You know what I mean? So I try to always we sit down and we'll just talk about the workout, talk about the challenges that may come from the drill, and just kind of really get them to open up to me, and also not be afraid to express when things are hard or anything like that. As far as falling, I tell my kids all the time, you're not a hurdler until you fall.
Yeah.
If you ain't failed yet, you just,
Yeah, you say it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. All coaches are different. Some coach, like I used to have a coach where if you fail, he told you to just go walk away for a minute, right? Me, I'm a little different. If you fall, get up, and you're right back at the front of the line. Let's go ahead and put that behind us. And
I lost him here. He should be coming back up there. All right, you kind of Tom bet. I can hear you now.
No. Like I said, I'm the type of coach where if I get an athlete to fall, I'm immediately telling them to jump back in the drill. Jump back in. Let's do it again. And as they're walking back, I'm saying, now you tell me this. Why did you fall? Most of the time, they can immediately tell you why they fell. Oh, I hit it with my lead leg, or I took my lead leg out, or I didn't bring my trail leg through, or my core wasn't stabilized. As soon as they tell me why they failed, then I know we're ready to get right back in and do it again.
Yeah, that's important, man. That you actually, you cover that too, and let them know it's a mental thing, as well as a physical thing on that.
Definitely.
So, like a lot of freshmen coming in, just say they come in this year, they really don't know if they want to be a hurdler. Do you recommend them coming out to do you take beginners? Let me ask you that at your clinic.
Oh, for the clinic, I'm taking anybody. As long as you're 14 and older, you're more than welcome to come out. I'm so grateful that I'm gonna have an old friend, someone who I've been knowing since I was in high school. He's actually the coach at Georgia State University, Coach Kyle.
Okay,
we're from the same city. He's older than me, but we're from the same city. He actually worked as a volunteer coach at Arkansas State when I was in my senior year there. So he even was able to coach me a little bit. But he's going to come down, and we're just going to tag team. If we have to split the groups up a little bit as far as skill level, then we'll do that. And we're just going to try to drop as many gems on these kids as we can. Because ultimately, I want to go to a track meet. And when the hurdles come out, I want to be ready to watch, whether it's my kids or not.
Yeah, that's good. I actually, I met Coach Cal.
Mhm.
It's funny how we met or whatever. Then he was about to leave or whatever, and he was like, "Are you Texas Track Dad?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He's
Yeah.
like, "Man," he could not believe it, man. He could not believe it,
Mhm.
man. But he's a good guy, man. We sit down, we talk almost a couple of hours, man. He knows what he's talking about. You
Oh
know,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, and he knows what he's doing or whatever. Um, but man, that's good. Let me see if I can bring this up again so people can see the dates and times.
Sometimes in life,
All right, here we
Yep.
pause that. So we got it's going to be at Chris Shaw Memorial Stadium.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be in Houston, October the 14th. It's a one day clinic.
Yep. So this one here, can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear you.
So this one here is going to be a 1-day clinic. I do hope next year to start doing 2-day clinics. But like I said, this year is a 1-day clinic. For those that are familiar with Houston, this is at the old C.E. King High School, which is now the C.E. King Middle School. So this is where we're gonna be. I also want to give a quick little shout out to Coach Lewis at JL3 Sports. He always supports me, and he helps sponsor the event, help make sure we get a good venue. So definitely want to give a shout out to him for that.
Okay.
Yeah, man, me and Coach Cal, we're gonna really put some good training on these kids and make sure that everyone that walks in that stadium on the 14th walks out feeling like they're a better hurdler and more prepared to do what they have to do for the season.
And what do they need to bring? Water, spikes, running shoes.
Bring your running shoes, so bring your flats, bring your spikes, bring some water. I will have water there for the kids as well, but if you want to bring your water bottle, things like that with some ice in it, that's fine. And that's all you need. Coaches that sign up for those 5 shadow spots that we're going to use, I definitely encourage you all to bring a notepad or your iPad. I do not care if you take videos. I don't care if you take notes. Get as much information from me as you can. Let's build networks, build relationships, and allow me to help you pour into your kids.
Cool. And Coach telling y'all also don't come out there with no Crocs on.
No.
Tell them, Coach. Hey,
Coach, I have you. My kids come to the track with Crocs, and I just shake my head. As soon as they see me, they hear it and put them back in the bag.
Down a little bit, it'll come right back up. There you go.
Yeah,
what you say, Coach?
Them Crocs driving me crazy, man. I've had kids try to warm up in Crocs, Coach.
Oh man, those Crocs, man, they different, man.
I'm like, if you just gonna wear them out the car, that's fine. But once you get on the track, it's time to lace up, bro.
Oh, they know better than that. Shout out! Go ahead and shout out your unsigned seniors if you have any. Well, I got it up right now.
Perfect. So definitely want to give a shout out to Jeremiah Batiste at Crosby High School. He has a 300 hurdle PR of 38.4. He has a 110 hurdle PR of 14.6. He's also a swimmer, so in very good shape, very conditioned young man. Would be an asset to any program. I also have Benny Haywood. Benny Haywood is an athlete that's aspiring to do the decathlon, but he's also a very good hurdler as well. He has a PR of 39.2 in the 300 hurdles. He's also ran the 400 hurdles in 55 seconds. And he has a 110 hurdle PR of 14.6. Definitely going to be improving those PRs this year, but very good kid. My last senior I have right now is Kaylin Clay out of Summer Creek High School over with Coach Roper. Shout out to Coach Roper. She is a 400 hurdler and a 400 runner. She has a 400 hurdle PR right now of 107. And like I said, she has good grades. So those are my 3 seniors: Jeremiah Batiste from Crosby High School, Benny Haywood from Atascocita High School, and Kaylin Clay from Summer Creek High School.
Okay, so coaches, recruiters, or if you are interested in those athletes, go ahead and contact Coach. I'll add his social media to the description as well. If you're interested, you can DM him, and he'll get all that information to you. Coach, when you can, if those athletes have Twitter, just let them know to tag me whenever they can. Also,
okay, perfect.
Right? You have anything else on your clinic before we get into official visits?
Man, I just want to say, like, anybody watching or looking for a place of positivity, this clinic is going to be full of it. You know what I mean? Myself and Coach Kyle, we're going to pour into these kids. You coming to the clinic does not mean that you have to join my training group, HurdleNomics. I don't care where you're coming from. All I want to do is help as many kids as I can. So if your private coach wants to come out with you, or if your school coach wants to send you, that's fine. If you want to just come just so you have the opportunity to meet a college coach and Coach Kyle, then that's great too. But like I said, we're just trying to make relationships, help as many kids as we can, and it's going to be a great day full of positivity.
Yeah. No doubt. Guys, if y'all want to go out, go. Oh, how can they register for that? Do they go online or do they just come out?
I have the sign up link is in my bio on Instagram. It's also on my Facebook as well. You can find us at Facebook at HurdleNomics. Also on Twitter at HurdleNomics. TexasTrackDad trying to get my Twitter game up. My Twitter game week.
We gonna get you there, man. We gonna get
my Twitter game week. I'm so bought in on Instagram, bro.
Yeah,
but, any of those social media platforms, you can find the link for the sign up.
Nice, guys. If you're interested, go get it done. Get that training. If you're a new coach, of hurling, hey, this would be perfect. It'd be perfect to go. If you're a coach and you got an athlete, like, hey, this athlete might be good in hurling, take it to the clinic. Take he or she to the clinic.
Bring them out.
See how they do, and hey, you'll be good to go. They can start getting that work in the indoor, then when the season comes, they be ready to go.
Let's get it.
Now let's get on this official visits.
Okay.
So I made a tweet 3 days ago. Right now it's really trending pretty good on here. My tweet was, should a student athlete go to more than 5 visits? More than 5 official visits. They got the rule now where it's unlimited. So it's they can pretty much, it's unlimited now, so they can pretty much go to how many visits they want to go to. So what's your take on that, Coach?
So I think that it's definitely a good opportunity for kids that they're not limited to 5 visits. However, me personally, I would still try to keep that top 5, right? Because at the end of the day, we're still talking about kids, and the more decisions, the more options they have, the harder it's going to be for them to make a decision. So I would try to still limit it to 5, but the fact that that safety net is there to go on extra ones, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, man. I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on 5. I'm with you on 5. It just seems like, man, anything over that, man, is going to be kids going to be having fun, of course, but it's going to be an additional stress to them, additional stress to the family as well, because the family got to go too.
Yeah,
the family got to go too, man. But I think it's important that when the kids are going on these visits, they serious about those schools. You see what I'm saying? And they're not just going
just for a trip.
Exactly. It's just to say I went on a visit.
Right.
That's why I think parents need to get involved, and coaches high school coaches, select coaches, sit their kid down and be like, hey, what schools are you really interested in? And let's focus on those schools. All right.
Yeah.
Those are schools, make your list, make your top 10 list, then kind of try to narrow it down to the 5. Because you got to think about these schools spending money on you. They're thinking you interested. So just make sure you're interested in that school, when you go down there.
I'll tell you another thing that I believe this rule is gonna do, right? So it used to be where, like last year, you can go on visits, and some schools may not even give you a deadline for when you gotta respond, or some schools may say, hey, this is good for 3 weeks, or this is good for 2 weeks, or whatever. But I believe now that the colleges know kids can go on as many visits as they want to. I believe now they're going to start to shorten them deadlines, because no school is going to be just hanging around waiting on you to take 8 visits for you to still tell them no. Because once what a lot of kids don't understand is, once that school offers you a scholarship, they're not offering it to nobody else just yet. You know what I mean? So that scholarship is just hanging there for you to say yes or no. So I think those deadlines are going to start to shrink, and colleges are going to be like, hey, look, we need to know. I won't be surprised if like right now it's early, so you may get some lengthy deadlines, but once you get to October, November, I wouldn't be surprised if coaches saying, look, you got 72 hours, Yeah.
And the people that's watching, what do y'all think? Do y'all think 5 is too much, or should they go until they find a school? And I wouldn't even be mad at the schools. I had a coach tell me, like, hey, once you go on that visit, you got 2 weeks. I give you that offer. You got 2 weeks to tell me if you want to come to the school.
But they have to do that.
Yep. Because if they don't, like you say, they gonna be dragging them on, and they could be working, on another student athlete, to try to get them in there, But I agree with you, man. I think 5 is the magic number. 6 maybe if you just got a solid 6 where you can't, where you can't decide, go. But I say 5, man. And sometimes it don't take 5. Sometimes they go to 3, and sometimes
a lot of times those elite athletes, they narrow it down to 3. Like those athletes that are at the top in the nation and things like that, they're like, look, these are the 3 schools I'm interested in. These are the 3 visits I'm going on, because they're trying to go get on the visit, secure the bag, and focus on the season. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think now if you go on 5 visits, and let's just say you hit a crazy PR, and that crazy PR opens a different tier of schools that are interested in you now.
Yeah.
That's when I think the rule is a benefit. But if you're still getting the same caliber schools, so if you're D2,
he'll be back in and just timing out a bit.
Oh, sorry.
He'll come right back in about 2 seconds or so.
You got me, Coach?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so all I was saying was, that's when I think the rule is a benefit to the kids. If something happens, you haven't signed yet, you have offers, but let's just say, I'm a hurdle coach, so let's just say right now you have offers as a 14-3 female 100 hurdler. And then out of nowhere you go run 13-7. That's going to open up some different opportunities for you. So now, let's use that rule to our benefit and go see these bigger schools. But if that's not the case, once you do your 3 to 5 visits, you know where you want to be. I believe so.
Yeah. I think so too, man. I think so too. And like I say, anything over that, man, is just gonna be. I think it's just gonna be too much, man. Too much. Another thing I had, man. I just want to see what you think about this whole transfer portal thing. So it's been brought to my attention, man, because I'm going through the process too, man, with the recruiting stuff.
Right.
So you got schools that is a transfer portal school.
Yeah, that's where they get their kids from.
That's where they get their kids from. And you got
unless you are elite.
Yep, unless you are elite. And I just want people to understand that it's schools out there like that, and you can ask a question. You can ask that coach if y'all going on visits. You can ask them if they are transfer portal school. You can. I done had coaches tell me, no, we're not. I bring them in and I get them from my high school and I build them up. That's how that's how I work. Yeah. And some they come from the portal. You see what I'm saying?
Like
what's your take on that?
Man, I think I understand both ways, right? If I'm an elite school, so if I'm one of those Power 5 schools, then I understand they're going to use that portal, because those Power 5 schools, they're not thinking about conference championships. They're thinking about national championships. So they're looking for people who are ready to score now, right? But that's why we said unless you're elite. Athletes, when I'm saying elite, I'm saying I'm not, that's not putting down anybody, but when they're looking for elite athletes, those Power 5 schools are looking for people who can go score today, right?
Top 10 in the nation.
Yeah, they're looking for people who can go score today and be a benefit right away. You got some schools that don't have a problem with getting a kid out of high school and developing them and playing that long game. And that's fine too. I just tell all my kids, don't go. It's important to go where you're necessary. Yeah. Right. Go where you're necessary, go where you can make an impact, and go where your talents can be displayed.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I tell athletes too, was my daughter, hey, whatever school you're looking at, look up that conference. Look up the conference, see how people are performing in there. And if you're around there coming in, if you're around them numbers, you're good. But if you're nowhere close to the numbers, don't do it. Do not do it. All right. So that's very important. If you want to run in the Big 12, go ahead, coach.
I'm agreeing with you. I tell them all the time, don't go look at the finals. Go look at the prelims.
Yep.
What did it take to get into the finals? Once you're in the finals, you good because you're gonna score some points, and that's your job, right?
Yep.
It's to score points. So go look at the prelims, indoors and outdoors, and go see, okay, where am I on this? I'm not saying if you're not top 8, then you don't need to try to get to the school, but you need to at least be at top 10, be able to at least, have a fighting chance to get in there. Yeah. And don't just look at the last year. Look at 2 or 3 years. You go to the conference pages, go to their archives, you can pull up every conference championship and just look to see where is the conference trending. Is it getting faster? Is it getting slower? Is it staying the same? You just got to because you really want to make sure you do your research and go somewhere that you're necessary.
Exactly, because it's a win-win. They give you scholarships to come in there to score points, and in return they give you an education. Y'all need to know that. Y'all need to know that. So do your researches on the schools. Look at those conferences. Look at those times. Talk it over with your parents, coaches, because you want to be there, because you don't want to go there and you getting blown out, and you act like you didn't know about it. That's why it's important just to research. Do your research. And last thing before we get out of here. In this process, I've been learning a lot more about NIL deals, man. They got some good stuff going on.
Money out here.
They got some good stuff. And a lot of these schools are hooked up. They are already hooked up with NIL stuff. So when you come in, it's already there for you. It's already there for you. And it's like, hey, sometimes you get money month to month. Sometimes you get it when you graduate. And these kids graduate. They taking some money with them.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I said, it's some money out here. I'm jealous because we didn't have NIL. Look, we were saving our per diem money when we went on away track meets.
Yeah. Yeah, man, some good stuff, man. That's some good stuff. But yeah, that's another thing. When y'all going on y'all official visits, make sure you ask about NIL. Don't be shy. Because you want to know. You want to know. You want to know what's going on. If you want to know about NIL, just ask the coach because they'll tell you. Sometimes coaches got a lot going on. Sometimes they forget to talk about it, but you can ask them. You can also go on their websites and type in NIL. Sometimes some schools got a certain page. Yeah, some schools got certain page. They got a NIL page on there with all it. It's crazy out there.
Oh yeah. Definitely. And the thing is, like I try to tell kids all the time, don't wait till you get to school to be attractive to these NIL deals. You need right now, use social media, tell your story. It's not just to post a picture, it's to post your journey. You know what I mean? So that's a part of being attractive and people watch it.
Yep, and you make a good point. That's social media. That's one of the keys to a good NIL deal too, because they gonna go look and see what kind of followers you guys, see what you're doing on there. Start building it. Start building it. Like I say, ever since COVID, man, this social media was already hot, but ever since COVID, it's just man, it's like 10 times better, man, and everybody use it more. Yeah, everybody use it now, man, even more. But man, Coach, that's all I got today, man. Let's bring up your flyer one more. You got anything else, Coach?
Man, no, man. Like I said, just I want to thank everybody for all the support. HurdleNomics has been getting a lot of love, man, and I'm blessed for it. I really appreciate it. So I want to thank everybody for their support. Continue to follow me. Continue to follow my group. We work, bro. We put our head down. We mind our business.
Yeah.
We do the work. October 14th, HurdleNomics Hurdle Clinic featuring Coach Kyle from Georgia State University. Come out, sign up. We're going to get some real good work in. Also, don't forget about us. Not this Wednesday, but every Wednesday pretty much. Myself and Coach Marlon, we do our Hurdle Wednesdays. Definitely dropping some gems on there as well. So catch us on Instagram Live. And once again, thanks for the support.
Man, Coach, I was thinking about coming to your clinic, man, to get some of that training. But I got to go. But the thing about it, I got to go buy Trill Burgers first. Then
we'll go.
I got to go buy. We'll go after.
Yeah, let's go. We'll go after. Look, come to the clinic. We'll go to Trill Burgers. My treat. We'll go. We'll eat good.
Man, that's a bet, man. That's a bet. Man, but hey, give them your social media handles one more time.
It's just straight up HurdleNomics on everything: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever they're calling it right now. TexasTrackDad gonna get my Twitter game up because it's weak.
Oh yeah, we'll get you straight.
HurdleNomics on everything. Follow us, support us. Like I said, if you ever have any questions, always DM me. I always reply.
Cool. Hey, Coach, appreciate you once again. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great things. I see you out there, man. I see your kids doing good. And if you got any athletes want to come on the show, I tell you once again, hit me up. We'll make it happen, man.
Yes, sir. Much love.
All right. Keep up the good work. Hey, guys, go ahead. We're going to get out of here, but go ahead and hit that like button. Go to our YouTube page. Go ahead and subscribe on there. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, any social media platform. Put it in TexasTrackDad to get you there, guys. But once again, thank you, and we're out. Peace.